The Detroit Lake School District has decided to put off any election on a school bond referendum this spring and instead targeting the fall now of 2015. Originally, over the last year or so, as some committee meetings were being done and community input meetings, the Detroit Lake School District thought that they would hold some kind of an election this spring. However, they're still looking at more options that has caused this to be a delay once again. The option that's come to the scene the latest is this option potentially teaming up some kind of a high school with MSTATE. Now, I want to back up a little bit before I comment too much on that. The reason the whole building space issue came to light is because we had a problem at the elementary level. We originally voted on a 1,000-seat elementary school with renovations to virtually every other building in the district. We would close down Rossman Elementary. They were going to use the Rossman Elementary as the new administration's building, etc. That was voted down overwhelmingly. I think it was close to 60%. Since then, the district has been trying to think of a plan that they could have that pass. But the problem is, I'm beginning to wonder if the district is focusing more on just passing some kind of a building option as opposed to addressing the actual needs. And what I mean by that is, once again, space at the elementary school was the big crux and the biggest problem that they talked about, and we need a bigger elementary. Granted, I'm not saying if they built a new high school at the MSTATE location or somewhere else that they wouldn't be able to shift the other buildings to be used for elementary, etc. But that's not how this all started. So how do we go from needing a new elementary school to talking about building a new high school? Somewhere something didn't click in between here, or the idea of publicly having a high school was just much of a bigger idea, grander idea, got more attention of an idea, and maybe that's why people are latching onto it. But again, is that really how this whole debate and argument started? Now, about the whole MSTATE option, a lot has to be vetted out there. I'm not going to lie. When I first heard about this, I thought this is a terrible idea. Why do I want to subject 14, 15, 16-year-olds to be in the same environment as 20, 21, 22-year-olds? I just think the age gap is potentially too big between those that would attend the MSTATE campus, the tech college as it was formerly called, and those high school kids. Both my parents, full disclosure, are teachers and spent their whole year in education. My mother's still teaching. They loved this idea for a variety of reasons. Access for post-secondary enrollment, better opportunity for high school kids to take more advanced courses, etc. So they had some things they really did like with it. I still have some questions about security, access to certain things that maybe we want to protect our high school kids from. You know what I'm talking about: drugs, alcohol, sex, those types of things. And then putting them in an environment with adults and then not expecting them to be exposed to that more, I think, is a little bit naive. However, I do see some potential with the education factor here. But with this whole thing the school's doing, I'm beginning to wonder if they're more focused, like I said, on passing just any kind of a building referendum or actually addressing the elementary space issue needs. We'll see where this goes, but frankly, for cost effectiveness, I'd still like to see the election done during a regular election, not a special election, because again, I think you get more people to actually get their opinions heard on that. But ultimately, I think it's going to come down to this for the school district: price. How much do you expect us to cough up to have whatever building improvements are needed, and is it reasonable for us to pay it?